is Muhammad Hassan. I am a sophomore at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, and I am majoring in English with a concentration in language and digital technology and minoring in Arabic. This presentation covers the topic I chose for my final paper: how can we solve a lack of media literacy for the language and digital technology course. To begin, it is important to understand what media literacy is. Media literacy is the ability to critically analyze media to determine whether it is accurate or not. It is important to know how we can achieve media literacy because it affects the information we consume. In Richard Curran's Language, Literacy, and Technology book, he discusses how a rise in social media might affect face-to-face communication and literacy, but still considers the positive benefits, like becoming more expressive and creative. The main issue he brings to light are the issues that many people face with critical literacy created by the rise of rapidly evolving technological communication. Curran details that it is becoming more and more difficult to quickly break apart and evaluate the media that we consume on a day-to-day basis, which can lead to misinformation and a broader deterioration of one's ability to think critically about said media. One issue that social media specifically amplifies is the rampant misinformation that we are exposed to constantly. It is easy to share and spread misinformation, and with little to no repercussions involved online, making it an especially difficult aspect of navigating the digital world. A study done in Nigeria looks at social media users and the way they interact with fake news media. The study set out to learn why people may believe or share the false information. They found that the majority of users trusted their feed and those sending them media to give them reliable information based on numbers of likes or even comments. Even when given the correct news, if people were constantly bombarded with content, their perception could be altered to a more biased one. The length and quantity of exposure to certain information or viewpoints seems to dictate the truth in one's mind rather than the actual fact. This can hinder one's ability to separate fact from fiction. Considering society's growing reliance on technology in our day-to-day lives, recognizing and honing one's media literacy becomes increasingly more relevant. A study on media literacy in schools in 2023 looked at the effects that a digital media literacy course, or DML, had on primary school students, and found that it proved effective when integrated into course learning. Researchers suggested that schools should consider implementing DML, seeing as it positively impacted student interaction with discussions on topics like civics or politics. By introducing digital media literacy in earlier stages of schooling, such as elementary school, students are able to break down the media they consume thoughtfully and critically, helping them later on in life. Here are the sources for the images I used in this presentation. Thank you for your time and have a good day.